If you have aspirations of doing bigger things than just working a 9 to 5, or if you feel like you're held back by the constraints of your old identity, you need to leave your hometown. Leaving your hometown will allow you to kill that old version of yourself. For me, that was a shy, introverted kid who couldn't talk to girls and struggled socially. And it's going to allow you to break that old identity and become the person that you want to be by going into a new environment, meeting people who don't know you, truly allowing yourself to become that person that you want to be and starting to live that dream life. Especially if you want to go down a route of social media, I understand how hard that can be, especially if you were within that hometown where all your old friends were, they're all going to be judging you. Even if you did start that social media on your, personal page that you've had a long time ago as a kid and all that, but you were in a new area, it's going to be much easier for you just to embrace that identity and start posting every day, start doing those things that you want to do and trying to build out the life that you want for yourself. So for me, when I was 19 years old, my family moved from New York to Florida and I knew nobody in Florida. And this is before I developed all my amazing mindset habits and really became the man that I wanted to be. So I was still just a shy, introverted kid who had no mindset tenets, was negative, complaining about everything. And I moved to Florida with that. And it literally took me over 4 months before I even took my first risk, which was just going to a club that was 18 plus and trying to meet people. And that risk did pay off. I met a cool girl. We dated for a little bit. But it wasn't until I started really, leaving that hometown, embracing the life that I now had. That was the biggest thing, was I wasn't embracing the move that I had made and I was still living in the past. But once I embraced that and from that point forward, I really started to just take on the fact that I wasn't going to be in my hometown. Those people were a part of my past. Yeah, sure, I may have some of them on social media, but they really don't have too much significance in my life. I don't have to see them. I don't have to interact with them in person. So they're pretty much just, a memory at this point. So that really allowed me to start doing some of those things that I wanted to do. So back in the day, I did actually start social media, talking about self-improvement, girls, things like that. But I wouldn't have ever been able to take that leap if it wasn't for not being if I was in my hometown, I just wouldn't have been able to do that personally. So it was from being outside of my hometown that I first made that, attempt at going onto social media, building a personal brand. Unfortunately, I still lack some of the business experience, the sales abilities to really pull it all together. So it didn't end up being a successful business, but I did get some traction. I learned a lot of lessons from it. And now here I am after a bunch of sales experience, many successful businesses, coming to conquer and take over social media. But all these things are going to be a lot more easy for you to accomplish if you leave your hometown. And if you're like, well, Sebastian, how am I supposed to leave my hometown? I live with my parents. I'm just 18, 19, 20 years old. I don't have enough money to make that happen. The world is your oyster. You got to realize that there's so many more places outside of your hometown. The world is full of possibilities. There's places like Thailand where it's extremely cheap to live. You can go there even if it was just for a couple of months to explore a new culture, start kind of embracing that new identity you want to take on. There's tons of different things you can do in the meantime to make money whilst you're traveling, living that remote work-life balance. Sales jobs are going to be absolutely perfect for that example, or there's tons of other businesses you can start as well. But a sales role is probably going to be the best thing that you can take on. This is going to allow you to start going to these different places, exploring new cultures, meeting new people, realizing how big the world truly is and how much your hometown is limiting you and holding you back. So my biggest advice for anyone who has big dreams, who wants to do anything outside that 9 to 5, is get out of your hometown immediately. Even if it was just, like I'm saying, for a couple months, you don't have to make the move permanent. Just take a couple months to either get some savings saved up, go travel for a bit and explore the world, or get a job that you can work remote so you can still make money whilst traveling. This is gonna massively set you up for an entire different life path, and it's gonna 100% impact you for the better. So that's my biggest advice for everyone. Leave your hometown. This is really gonna help you become successful, breaking down some of your old identities that may be holding you back, and really transforming into that person that you wanna become. That is all for today. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.